In the bustling heart of the city, there was a small but popular restaurant known as Baysai's Delight. Its owner, Baysai, a woman in her early 50s, was known for her signature soups and spicy meats. She was a single mother raising 3 daughters, Zina, Tima and little Alika. Her eldest two, Zina and Tima, had completed their secondary education, while Alika was still in school. The restaurant was their only means of survival, and Baysai worked tirelessly to keep it running. Customers poured in from all corners, drawn by the aroma of the dishes and the warmth of the environment. But behind the delicious meals and cheerful smiles, there was a hidden truth. A business practice that Baysai called her special service. It was no secret that male customers returned not just for the food, but for the company of Zina and Tima. For a price, they would spend the night with one of the girls. And Baysai oversaw the arrangement with cold efficiency. One night, as the girls sat on a bench behind the kitchen, Tima whispered, "I want to study medicine. Zina wants to become a lawyer. Mama promised we'd go to university." Zina nodded, her eyes full of hope. "Now that we're done with school, it's time, right?" Baysai overheard and stormed in. "You want me to keep spending money when your father vanished years ago? I've done my part. You finished secondary school. That's all I can afford." Zina pleaded. "We can help at the restaurant. Cook. Serve. Not this." But Baysai's mind was made up. She starved them into compliance, refusing meals until desperation wore them down. "I didn't raise you for nothing," she snapped. "You'll support this business." From then on, Baysai became a daily accountant of shame. Each morning, she eagerly counted the money her daughters brought back after their visits. "Ah, my beautiful daughters," she would praise, tucking the cash into a rusty metal box. "You're making Mama rich. New clothes, wigs, makeup, all yours." The girls nodded, their hearts weary but resigned. They hadn't imagined this life. Alika, the youngest, watched everything with silent fury. One day she muttered, "This isn't right. I'll never do this." Baysai, lurking nearby, shouted, "So you won't eat my food or wear my clothes anymore, Abi? You think money grows on trees?" Alika stood her ground, but fear clouded her heart. One rainy evening, a black luxury car pulled up in front of Baysai's Delight. The engine purred like a predator. A man in his 50s stepped out, adorned in fine linen. Baysai's eyes lit up. "A rich one," she whispered to Tima. "Make him stay tonight. If he returns, we're made." Tima hesitated, then forced a smile. "Leave it to me." She served the man gracefully, adding a flirtatious touch to her voice. "Here's your food, sir. And if your stomach needs help digesting, I can assist." The man smirked, handing her a thick wad of cash. "I'll return tomorrow, for the digestion." Tima bowed slightly, her smile hiding unease. "I'll be waiting." The next morning, Tima couldn't shake off the dread. "Mama, I don't feel right about this man," she said. "Let me pass this one." Baysai snapped. "Do you know how much he gave? You must follow him tonight." Tima pleaded. "My heart races just thinking about him. Something's wrong." But Baysai was firm. "You'll obey me or leave my house." That night the man returned. He stepped into the restaurant, eyes locked on Tima. "I want her to stay with me for a few days," he said. "I'll pay whatever you ask." Baysai, blinded by greed, didn't hesitate. She pushed Tima toward the car. "Be good. Make us proud." The car disappeared into the night. Tima didn't return that night. Or the next. On the third day, Zina approached her mother, arms folded across her chest. "Mama, have you called Tima? Do you know if she's okay?" Baysai waved her off. "She's fine. That man said he'd keep her for a few days. He paid well, didn't he?" Zina's voice trembled. "Still, anything could happen." Baysai stood up sharply. "Don't talk nonsense. He's rich. Tima is living better than us right now." But deep down, Zina's worry was swelling. That unease Tima had expressed, it wasn't ordinary. Later that same afternoon, Zina cornered her mother in the kitchen. "Mama, I'm pregnant," she said quietly. Baysai froze, a knife halfway through a tuber of yam. "You what?" Zina swallowed hard. "I think I'm pregnant. I haven't told anyone else." Baysai slammed the knife down. "Do you want to ruin this business?" Do you want to destroy everything I've worked for? Go and do something about it. Anything, but don't ever bring this up again. She shoved past her daughter, her face hard as stone. Zina stood rooted, her face wet with silent tears. 3 days later, just before lunch, a call came through to Baysai's old cell phone. Are you the mother of a girl named Zina? A stranger's voice asked. Yes, Baysai replied, her heart thudding. She's here at Randall Hospital. You need to come now. Baysai didn't wait to ask questions. She dropped her apron and rushed out, her slippers slapping against the pavement. When she arrived, she found Zina's lifeless body under a white sheet in the emergency ward. Doctor, what happened to my child? She cried. The doctor looked at her grimly. Attempted abortion. Internal bleeding. We did everything we could. As Baysai stumbled out of the hospital, barely able to see through her tears, she noticed a crowd gathered just outside the gate. Curious, she moved closer, then froze. On the sidewalk lay a young woman's body. Her blouse was torn, her hair matted. But Baysai would recognize that face anywhere. Tima, she whispered, her voice breaking. A bystander turned to her. A black car dropped her body and sped off. We think she was used for rituals. Baysai screamed and collapsed to the ground, clutching both hands to her chest. Her 2 daughters were gone, on the same day. That night, Baysai sat alone in her restaurant, the tables empty, the stoves cold. Alika stood at the doorway, silent. Her mother spoke first, her voice hoarse. I only wanted you girls to have more than I did. All the money, I saved it for your future. Alika's eyes burned. You sold our future. You said money was all that mattered. Baysai wept, reaching out to her youngest. Forgive me. I was wrong. Alika didn't move. I warned you. I told you I wouldn't end up like them. That evening, Baysai closed the restaurant for good. Weeks passed. The once busy corner where Baysai's delight had stood now sat silent. Baysai sold off the remaining equipment and poured her attention into Alika's education. You'll go to school, she said firmly one morning, sliding a brown envelope into Alika's hands. Even if I have to scrub floors to pay for it. Alika nodded, quiet. Just don't lie to me again, Mama. The 2 of them lived simply, the ghost of Zina and Tima ever present in the air. Every night, Baysai lit 2 candles on the windowsill and whispered, I'm sorry. In another part of the city,
every story carries a lesson. If this one moved you, tap subscribe so you never miss the next twist in the journey.